Hi there and welcome back or welcome to my channel if this is your first time here. My name is Amy and I have a somewhat unhealthy obsession with Formula 1. In today's video it is time we talk about the Miami Grand Prix that is coming up this weekend. But before we get into that, hi new people, nice to meet you. Thanks for sticking around, thanks for supporting the channel and checking it out. And also ignore the audio. This episode, it's currently raining outside. Australia is not giving Miami this week, okay? I was meant to be wearing like a cute little Hawaiian shirt right now, but it's way too cold for that. We got the pink mood lighting going. Hopefully that's just a bit of a Miami tone. I do have like a Melbourne poster in the background, so that's kind of Miami looking. So hopefully we're still getting the vibes going on. But yeah, without further ado, let's dive into the Miami F1 Grand Prix. Not literally, because we might hit our heads on the fake marina. This track was first introduced to the calendar back in 2022, and it has already sort of found a name for itself in Formula 1. Not necessarily as a good track. Again, definitely not one of my favorites, probably one of my least favorite, but there's always something going on. It's at least a little bit entertaining. There's always some memes that come out of it. Again, fake marina. This is the formula. William performing. Those weird entrances, them wearing, American football helmets on stage, Lando and Daniel in crop tops. Like, it's always a good time. It's always funny. I'm just not saying the racing's particularly good. Speaking of racing, let's have a look at our track layout, shall we? Be stable? About as stable as I am. Miami. So this is Miami. She's kind of a street track, but also like not really. She's on a permanent facility, but she's also not on the streets. Like, she's full of streets, but she's not on them, you know? She's in a park, takes place in a car park outside the Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. If you don't remember the last time we had a Grand Prix in a car park, it was Las Vegas. And that went awful. Back in the 50s, the new one, I kind of don't mind her. Anyway, temporary facility, 5.41 kilometers long, made up of 19 corners, 3 DRS zones, and the cars get up to a whopping 340 kilometers an hour. This results in a total race distance of 57 laps, or 308.326 kilometers. The highlights, if you can call them those: elevation changes mainly between turns 13 and 16, with the track heading, over an exit ramp and then under a few overpasses, which is kind of cool to look at, but also still not great in terms of overtaking. Turns 14 and 15 have a little uphill approach, and then they go down, so that's kind of fun, but again, nothing too special. The best overtaking opportunities come at turn 1. Again, after a nice long straight to build speed. Turn 11, again, nice long straight to build up speed. Turn 17, after the final last long straight to build up speed. And that is basically how you get overtakes done. DRS this track. Again, not that we see a lot of overtaking here, kind of fairly boring. Yeah, that's Miami. Where's the fake marina? I don't know where it's situated. Future me, point that out. Where is it situated? Because that's the most important part of this track. What happened last time out, guys, you will never believe who won. It was Max. It was Max freaking Verstappen, who not only won the race, but also won Driver of the Day and Fastest Lap Point, so kind of slayed that weekend. Perez came in second and Alonso in third, back when Aston Martin was doing pretty well for themselves. However, this wasn't your typical Max Verstappen lead from lights out to checkered flag. No, because Max didn't get pole this week. He actually started the race down in 9th with Sergio Perez on pole, thanks to a red flag in qualifying caused by Charles Leclerc going into the barriers. Now, in terms of on-track action, overtakes, battles, there wasn't really a lot going on in this race, other than Max obviously coming through from 9th to finish first, so we did see a few from him. It was a little spicy into turn 1, De Vries and Norris kind of touched, but other than that, nothing too interesting. Now, what it lacked in terms of on-track action, it sort of made up for in terms of tyre strategy. So the night before, obviously this is Miami, it rained. Lovely summer rain in the middle of Miami Saturday night. So Sunday, all of the rubber that had been laid out on the track over the course of the weekend had washed away. It was also really hot, really humid that day, so that kind of threw a bit of unpredictability in terms of tyres for the teams to, figure out. Most of them did end up going with mediums, a few on the hards, only 2 on the softs, and those were both McLarens. Now, I want to be real, that probably was not the best strategy to go for, but however, this was also before the glow up last year, so they didn't really do so brilliantly. Now, going into this weekend, there are a few things for you to look out for. It's another sprint weekend, folks. Last week in China definitely delivered in terms of on-track action thanks to that sprint format. Hopefully Miami can do the same. Hopefully it provides some sort of interesting racing. Because again, like I said, not my favorite track, not too many interesting places to overtake. So hopefully we're still going to see some sort of action. But again, China, really good. I just don't know if this one is going to work for Miami, but we also didn't know it would work for China, but it did. Number 2, F1 Academy is back. Guys, it is the second round, and I am very much excited. Last time there was obviously a bit of drama with her going an extra lap after the checker flag and a win being deleted. Anyway, hopefully that doesn't happen again. It shouldn't happen again, otherwise no one's going to be too happy about that. But yes, F1 Academy is on once more, so tune into that one. In terms of on-track, there are a few things you're going to be looking out for, mainly upgrades. So McLaren supposedly are bringing another major upgrade this weekend, which is actually really exciting, seeing they've been up there fighting with Ferrari, fighting with Red Bull. Well, not really fighting with Red Bull, but as close as you can get. So yeah, a major upgrade coming this weekend from them. Incredibly exciting to look out for. And of course, Mercedes looking to improve on the course of the season. Again, they haven't been doing too brilliantly by their standards. Probably the 4th or 5th best team on the grid at the moment, which again, not where they want to be. And of course, Alpine brought upgrades to Ocon's car last time out in China, so they'll be bringing them to Gasly's car this weekend. So hopefully they're not going to be sucky and at the back of the grid. And this being Miami, there's probably going to be a handful of new liveries and helmets to, take a look at. Here's some of my favorite helmets from the past few years. Very much a fan of Lando's, if you couldn't tell. And of course, new liveries. Ferrari potentially running a blue one, which would be, I don't know, it makes me uncomfy to think about Ferrari being anything but red. So we'll see how that one goes. And of course, Daniel Ricciardo, 3-place grid penalty. Yay! Definitely so deserved. I'm definitely still not pissed off at Lance Stroll. In terms of off-track, there'll probably be a few things going on as well. In terms of media, it's always a bit wacky around Miami. Miami, there's just something in the air, something in the water going on down there. That, and it's also America, so again, tons of celebrities will be there. So if that's what you're into, keep an eye out, I guess. If not, just pay attention to the track because it's more fun. And then there's also the drivers market starting to heat up already. Haha, Miami Heat. Hulkenberg obviously announcing that he is leaving Haas at the end of the season and moving to Stake F1, which next year will be Aldi, which makes sense. German team, German driver type of vibes, which means obviously there's a vacancy at Haas right for Mr. Ollie Behrman to step into. How exciting. Hopefully he gets a seat. It would be a shame for another young talent like your Lawson, like your Drogovic to just disappear into the background. And also keep an eye on the Adrian Newey market. Obviously rumors going around that he's leaving Red Bull at the end of the season. And as a Red Bull fan, I am not happy. But also I would love to see him go to another team as long as Red Bull stays competitive. Which would be cool. Then we can have a multiple car fight for the championship and Red Bull will still be up there type of vibe. I'd appreciate that, but obviously all the rumors are saying he's going to Ferrari, Mercedes, and Aston, I think are the big 3. Yeah, I think him at Ferrari, him, Lewis, and Charles at Ferrari, that's kind of exciting. That would be so exciting. Fred Rousseau, if you could pull that one off. In terms of track times, here you go. Australia, we're back to having it at kind of a sucky time. 6 a.m. in the morning. Americans, I'm sure you'll is at a normal track time. I haven't actually checked what time it is. I'm sure UK, you guys are back to normal. It's just Australia that has to suffer once more. But we're kind of used to it at this point. Anyway, that brings this video to a wrap. If you liked it, then press the like button and subscribe for more F1 and motorsport related content. Comment down below if you're excited for Miami and what you think is going to happen. If you're like me and this is your least favorite track on the calendar, yeah, let me know. And also, while I'm plugging everything, since there's new people here, hi, I also make TikToks. That's the handle. You can also check out my Instagram for more like casual, everyday stuff, I guess. That one, but yeah, more F1 stuff on the TikTok if you want to go check her out. Yeah, and that's everything. I'll see you guys all on the next one. Laters!